Good morning. Today is Monday, February the 14th, and I woke up with an interesting thought that things are not always as they appear to be. And I was reminded of a parable that Jesus spoke, or that he gave. He titled it, it is titled The Rich Man and Lazarus, and it is found in Luke chapter 16. And I just want to read just a little bit of this, and also keeping in mind that things aren't always as they appear to be. In this particular story, it says, there was a certain rich man who was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. But there was also a certain beggar named Lazarus, who was full of sores and who was laid at his gate, desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked this poor beggar's sores. So it was that the beggar died, and the beggar was carried by the angels to Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died, and he was buried, but he was being tormented in Hades. And it says, in being in torments in Hades, the rich man lifted up his eyes and saw Abraham afar off with Lazarus in his bosom. Then the rich man cried out and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that in your lifetime you received your good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things, but now he is comforted, and you are tormented. So I want you to keep that in mind, and the focus here is about the poor man here. And just wanted to share a couple other thoughts. The parable of the rich man and Lazarus. This story is all about the contrast between the two characters in this story, the rich man and the poor beggar. Okay, first you have the rich man. He's not given a name, just a description. He's dressed in fine linen. He lives in luxury every day. He has a table full of food. He has all of the good things life has to offer. In contrast, we find Lazarus. He's given a name, but he's covered in sores, and he begs at the rich man's gate. He eats scraps off the rich man's table, and if that weren't enough, the dogs licked and snipped at his sores. This detail is significant, as it would have made him unclean, unable to worship properly, which was the ultimate degradation. Okay, and I wanted to share something else here that I found. This other article, and L.F. Hurley wrote, Jesus loved the publicans and the sinners, and he wanted to help and save them all. But the self-righteous Pharisees and scribes, whose business it should have been to teach them the love of God and to invite them to love and obey God in return for his grace, not only hated the publicans and the sinners, but they ostracized and excommunicated them from all the privileges of their worship and fellowship. So it was in the presence of both the leaders and the outcast. Jesus gave this parable, part of it to bring hope to the outcast. And that's the main purpose, or that's the main thought that came to me this morning, was hope for anyone who's feeling like they're an outcast or that they're less than, as far as whether it's a monetary, they aren't as wealthy or as rich as they think maybe they should be, or someone else. If they're feeling poorly about themselves, if they consider themselves like that, Jesus is bringing up this hope, and there's a lot of other information in here. I'm not going to get into all that. I will include these links, but the whole purpose and the thought that came to me, that things are not always as they appear to be, that it is not in essence of trying to have everything in this life that makes us a success. I guess that was the main point. It's what's in our heart. It's what God sees. We may not have everything that we want or desire in this life, That's not the important part. The important part is keep having our heart right with God, being having a pure heart, being right with God. And he sees things. He sees the whole picture. He will make things right in the end. And to be in Abraham's bosom, to be with him for all eternity, that is worth a whole lot more than having living sumptuous life in this life and not having our heart right with God. So I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but I just wanted to just share these thoughts again, to bring hope and to bring share this parable with everyone. And please do read these on your own, because there's a lot of good information that maybe explains it better than I can. So just these thoughts for today, and I hope that everyone has a beautiful day today. Okay, thank you. Bye.